Hey guys, today I just wanted to go over a few of the new skill effects that I've noticed are a little bit wonky for Seekers. I definitely don't want to go through each glyph and tell you which one's right and wrong or which one's better for your build. I think that these skills are a great opportunity to come up with something new and exciting, but I just wanted to tell you a few of the weird effects with Blade, Stalagstrike, and Gemini Slash that I've noticed that might affect your decisions when making up skill builds. So for these tests, I decided to use my Venomancer as I usually do. I took off her Purify weapon. You will notice if you can hear the sound effects in the background, sometimes it's coming up with a Purify proc noise. She's not wearing a weapon and it is not procking, you can see in the effects, so it's a little bit wonky. I cannot explain what is going on there. So the first skill that I wanted to get into was Blade, it being the skill that will inflict your stances if you choose to do so. It's probably one of the more important ones to pay attention to. Now, one of the main problems that we found with this skill is when you use a glyph to, a blue glyph to get the 100% guaranteed stun from bloodletting, it's not actually inflicting a stun. I've tried everything. One of the weird things about it is the blue glyph gives the bloodletting status a duration of 0.5 seconds, which is not long at all. And it's especially not long when you look at Stalagstrike taking 1 second total cast time and channel time. So initially I actually thought that this was the problem with the skill, was that we just couldn't hit it within the time that it says at level 1 you need to hit to trip the status. But even equipping channeling gear and using blade affinity to try and get my channel as low as possible, you still can't hit it within that time. So then I decided to pay attention to what Talon and Seek and Snizel were telling me and try just leaving the status to see how long it takes. And there definitely is a difference. It takes a lot longer to disappear than 0.5 seconds, even if you don't try to trip it. So whether that's an issue with the skill itself or a translation issue, it is something that needs to be addressed. So continuing with glyphs in Blade, and definitely removing that blue glyph for now, looking at the green glyph, it's supposed to give a similar effect as it does for bloodletting. In the blue glyph, it's supposed to adjust the spirit boar status. Basically, you're raising your chance to inflict it from 50% to 100%, and you're also lengthening the duration you have to trip the status of Spirit Boar to 60 seconds. So now I don't want to go ahead and tell anybody how to play their Seeker, but I don't know many Seekers who actually have a problem with tripping Spirit Boar ever. Whether it be actually getting the Spirit Boar status inflicted so they can trip it with Gemini, or even tripping it once you have it inflicted with Gemini to get the effect. And especially considering that that effect of the lowered attack and defense levels lasts 3 minutes, you're pretty much never going to want to re-inflict it either. So that said, I wanted to go ahead and address the problem with increasing that Spirit Boar chance. Now, you wouldn't really think that that's an issue. What's wrong with having more of a chance to inflict something? The problem with it is the combined Gemini Slash has a slow effect now, which Sage Seekers have inherited from Demon Seekers, which can be quite a nice effect in PvP. However, we're running into that same old issue that we had gotten rid of with primal skills, and that is when you have a stance that's being tripped, it overrides any other effects. So as I'm demonstrating here, if you trip the Spirit Boar status with your Gemini Slash, and I'm actually just putting in a green glyph into Gemini so that you get the guaranteed slow to demonstrate it, you will not get the slow if you're tripping your Spirit Boar. So that is definitely one thing to consider if you are looking at really utilizing the slow effect from Gemini. You will want to bring down your Spirit Boar proccing and also the duration as low as possible so that you're not regularly overriding the slow effect from Gemini Slash. And that is something that's a real possibility of being an issue since Gravel Blade is a regular skill in our skill rotation as Seekers. We will be inflicting that status by accident quite a bit. Well, that's it for these 3 skills, guys, until our next culti. Hopefully that gives you a few things to think about. I wanted to give a special shout out to Talonseek, who I've linked his original video about the bloodletting status issue in the description box below. It was with him and Hugo and Snizel that I argued till I was blue in the face about what the issue was with the skill, but in the end we still don't really have a conclusion, so hopefully PWI can take a look at it and solve it for us. Anyway, till the next video, that's all. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and talk to y'all later. Bye!